I really think it's time for a change.
Hunter Biden laptop story.
Have any arguments against that right now? And I want to see how it goes.
So, Black Americans are voting Democrat at a rate of 90%.
Yes.
And despite that, 38% of Black children are living in poverty.
Yes.
73% of Black mothers are single mothers.
Yes.
40% of government assistance cases are Black Americans.
Yes.
Do you think that the Democratic Party is serving Black Americans well?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
You agree?
And you have to remember that it was the Republican Party that started. In the beginning, Black people was for the Republicans. And what year? I don't remember when it got turned around. But, right, yes.
Under Johnson.
Under Johnson.
When he signed
right.
the welfare bill.
The New Deal.
Yes, the New Deal. Yeah. Thank you.
I know my history.
Thank you. I don't.
What is your name?
Alberta Frederick. Black people voted Republican. In fact,
And listen, don't let any black people see this. All right? Don't let any. I would normally say send this to all of your black friends. Nah, just share this on your social media platform so that the people who you follow, the people who follow you or the people you communicate with on a daily basis could see the type of content you tune into. And if they're not already introduced to the LFR family, maybe that will be the handshake needed in order for them to come on over and see the type of content we share over here. But this conversation right here is necessary because a lot of black people don't believe or don't know. It's from a lack of knowledge, and sometimes it's from not from a lack of knowledge, just from they don't have a desire to be proven wrong or feel like they've been on the wrong side of history for so long. But they need to hear this right here. This is a necessity.
in fact, they was the ones who, when Lincoln was in office, black people was all in that office until Woodrow Wilson, the Democrat, took him out. The racist that he was, okay, he took him out, left one, and he had to share the party that he was in, share whatever office that he is in with a Democrat white person, okay? That was Woodrow Wilson who did that. And then the ones that was Democrats and they were black, they were the slave owners, because almost 4,000 blacks were slave owners.
I want to say you're not supposed to say that in public. You're definitely not supposed to say that to a white man. No, seriously. And it's silly. It's silly. But what I'm saying is absolutely the truth. Certain things that black people know to be true, like there being black slave owners. Okay, we know that there was black slave owners. But when you start saying that there were black slave owners by the thousands, black people don't want to hear that. That's one thing that we like to keep locked up somewhere. We don't want to keep that hush-hush. Keep that on the low, all right? Everybody don't need to be hearing this. So we done already crossed those boundaries, things that we're supposed to be protecting and not supposed to let get out the gate. But fortunately and unfortunately for some, it's getting out there.
And they treated the blacks treated their slaves worse than the white man. And at the same time, not only was the white man 10% of the white population that was slave owners, the one that was pushing up right behind them with the most slaves was the Cherokee Indians. Okay, that's my family. And then
what? Wait a minute. So black people had thousands of black slave owners, according to Mama. Then there was a bunch of Native Americans, like the natives, the Indians who were here, who also owned slaves. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. This is the first time hearing this. This is my very first time hearing this. Now, you know what? I might accidentally cut off this video because I'm going to have some black people mad at me for putting it out there. Did you see Van's new video? Oh, I thought he was crazy yesterday talking about Trump was good. But today he put out a video talking about black people. There was over thousands. There was thousands of black slave owners. And not only that, but the natives, the poor natives who we done took the land from, they also were slave owners. What?
And the third ones was the black Americans that was here. That was the freemen the free slaves and the free men, the former slaves and the free men. They was the one who ran the Republican Party, okay, until Woodrow Wilson. And at the same time, like I said, the vast majority of your black slave owners was the Democrats.
That's right.
Yeah, were the Democrats.
A lot of people don't realize that the KKK was an arm of the Democratic.
They was and then at the same time they became even more popular under LBJ. Right. And then at the same time, because he was a Ku Klux Klan, and I remember because I was 13 years old when I went to that civil rights march. Okay, when Martin Luther King, who was a Republican.
That's right.
Who was a Republican. All right. The thing is that most of your entertainers, black entertainers and stuff like that, they all voted Republican. And the reason why a lot of the Democrats get into office, because when blacks was able to vote, okay, when they were able to vote, and they knew the Democrats knew that the black people held Republican tickets, they took their tickets out of their hands and put 2 Democrats in the box. Okay, that's how they got back into the office. The Democrats. Okay, that's how they ruled and reigned. Because they stuffed up the ballot box. Just like Al Gore, who was Ku Klux Klan, his father, when LBJ was signing the Civil Rights Bill, his father, the Grand Wizard, okay, was out there having a fit, doing the filibuster.
I think she could teach a course.
Wow, this lady right here, she is on fire. And you know, the entire time I thought that the first lady that was being interviewed would be the one who would school us about whatever we're supposed to be receiving, because all the title says is Black Woman in Harlem gives epic history lesson. And I'm like, okay, he's already interviewing a black woman, and just so happened to be a black lady that's listening alongside. But I thought that she would just throw in some things here and there. I didn't know that she was going to take over and give us all of this information. Pass this on to your children so that your children could pass this on to their friends. And when their friends see this information, they will at least have the conversation. Nobody's trying to flip anyone. I can give a damn who's a Democrat and listen to this and decide to become a Republican after this. No, I don't care about stuff like that. I do care about you hearing information objectively, listening, going and doing your own research, and then saying what she is saying was true. Or, based off of my own due diligence, what she is saying is complete BS. It's bull sugar honey iced tea. And I can show you. It says it right here, and 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 right here. All right? Oh my goodness, please share this.
Could I ask you a couple questions? Because if I may, I voted Democrat my whole life because I believed that they cared about gay people. I believe that they cared about black people, about brown people. I don't believe that anymore. I walked away from the Democratic Party. I created something called the WalkAway campaign.
Okay. You started it?
I started it.
Hold up, that's dude. Is that Brandon? What's his name? It's Brandon. God gracious, I forgot his daggone name. The young dude that started WalkAway campaign. Excellent job, my man. Excellent job, Brandon Straka. Brandon Straka.
Have you heard of it?
Yes, I heard.
Candace Owens and all the folks.
Yes. So we made a movie called The Great Awakening, Breaking the Chains of the Democratic Party. It's made with the testimonials of 20 black Americans who have walked away. It's amazing. Why are 90% of black people still voting Democrat when the Democrats don't care?
Because the Democrats made it seem like under LBJ that they was becoming like the Republican. Never mind, the Republican never gave you welfare.
Right.
They never gave you welfare. And the black people said, oh, well, we needed welfare. No, you never did. We was doing fine without it.
That's right.
I think so, too.
So much fine without it. But since when people know that, because even Booker T. Washington, he talked about why he noticed that how when he did the Tuskegee Institute thing, you had to make your own bed. Okay?
Guys, if y'all can go out there and find any information that debunks, I'm looking for some debunking, because people who are finding information to debunk this information that we're looking at right now, they go hard when it comes to research, all right, about the natives owning slaves, about thousands of black people owning slaves, about free black people, just owning slaves. Like this right here, I need to see it. Alamaro says that this information is solid, nothing but truth here. Hey, I'm believing it. I listen, I'm believing it for now because I'm going to go look my daggone self. All right. And I want to see, man. But this lady right here, she's dropping science. And my question is this. What does she have to, what does she benefit from this? What do any of those ladies benefit from this? Huh? What does any of these ladies benefit from this? They don't have a platform that they're trying to sell. They're not going to make any money, or their friendships aren't going to change their life after this right here. I think what they benefit from giving the truth is that many people will start to wake up. My reasoning for a lot of black people voting Democrat is we are locked in with being consumers, and we buy anything that's sold to us. And we don't go out there and do our own due diligence. And we believe in the superhumans who look like us. And those superhumans who look like us, quote unquote superhumans, the superhumans that look like us are the singers, the R&B singers, the rappers, the actors, those type of people. And when we hear what they have to say, and they are all on the side of, they hate us over there. It seems like Hollywood has purchased black people through entertainment, through fake education, making us believe that our social credit score is more important than anything else, and not believed, and no one supports us, and people walk away and talk crap about us because we decide to think differently than everybody else in our communities, where everybody else in our communities are simply being sheep who are being led by these individuals who are all puppets, who are all being told that if you don't provide this type of information to your people or to your platform, then you can be canceled. Think about any rapper, any artist, any actor, any actress, any politician who buys into this stuff, who buys into the Democratic Party being the best thing since sliced bread. The Democratic Party was the first party to vote in the first black president, and all those things. When you see just that, you're like, whoa, maybe they are the only people that's for us. They're giving us welfare so we can take care of our families. Us not knowing everything behind the whole welfare thing. They're giving us abortions because they know how difficult it is for us to raise children in our conditions, in our neighborhoods and communities. So they know that our black men are being arrested at very young ages and at mass, and these women aren't able to raise children by themselves. So they promote abortions, they promote pills to do it yourself, and all those things. And they're promoting the vaccine, they're promoting all this stuff that got us believing that they have our best interests at heart, where the whole time we're being played and we don't even know it.
So when the rich people wanted to send their kids there, he told them they I guess they put in a note, they don't want the child doing this thing, that. He just looked at it, tossed it away, and told the kid, you want a bed? Here's the wood. Okay? Wow. Make your own bed. He said,
I love that.
And then and then at the same time, Frederick Douglasson always said, you want to help the black man? Don't. Because they know you give somebody something all the time, just like a child.
Right. They don't want to do
you get something. Right. Earn your keep.
And don't you remember that phrase, teach a man to fish?
Right, you teach him how to fish.
You don't give him a fish.
Okay? Because even Jesus said when they was up after he fed the 5,000, and then they come to far and they want to hear, he said, no, you came to me not because you wanted to hear what I have to say and this thing, because I fed you. Right. So they want to get fed again. Right. For free.
Don't you think it's time for a change?
I do. I really think it's time for a change.
Yeah. And this guy Cuomo, I remember his father. His father was nothing.
Right. Really? Yes, I do agree.
His father was nothing. And he's worse than his father. Talking about he doesn't want a conservative in this, not welcome here. Well, look, I'm not Borg. You ever watch Star Trek?
I don't.
Oh, well, I saw Star Trek. I am not a Borg.
Right.
Okay.
Okay? Now you go look at Star Trek and find out what a Borg is.
Yes,
You know?
they conform.
I am not a Borg. I'm allowed to have my own mind. I'm allowed to be an individual. God made me an individual. He didn't make me a conglomerate. Okay? If I don't like your thinking, some people say, oh, all of us black people got to stick together.
No,
I said, no,
I don't
I'm not
agree
going to
with
stick
that.
together with you because, one, just like all black people don't look alike, I don't have to do what you're doing.
Facts. Black people are not a monolith. We don't all speak the same, think the same, move the same, fight the same, nothing the same. I mean, we really don't. Even within the community, even within the hood, even within those environments where we consider them to be underserved communities and set up for failure, not everybody think the same. We've all come from that same pot, but guess what? Some of us are going to believe that we're victims and wait to be saved. Some of us are going to believe that we've been giving the worst and no one's coming to save us. Nobody care about us. And we're going to say, well, since I'm already dirty, I might as well get dirtier because this is the only way to get it. And there are many people out there who will stamp that. I'm talking about artists who will stamp that. All right. But then you have people from the same community who bust their ass on a daily basis. They have jobs, they have side gigs. There's no jobs in this community. Well, they find a way to get to the money and legal ways. They find legal ways to get to it. And not only that, they're part of groups, they're part of programs, they're part of teams. They do their homework, they study hard, they still take education seriously. They have dreams and goals for themselves. They still take time out of their day or their week or months to teach other people, to give back to the community. It's so many different things that's wrong with teaching people that we are all the same and we should all be for the same person and for the same ideas and all this other stuff. Nah, bruh. I've never been that way. That's a lie. I have. That's a lie. I have. If one black person is upset about something, then we all upset about something. If one black person goes to a restaurant and is treated some type of way, we don't attribute that to their personality or their actions or anything that they've done to deserve the reaction that they received from that company, from that restaurant, from that business. We automatically assume that it's a race issue.
I don't see a D stamped
Hey, Angel.
on your forehead.
No. I teach my child the color is not a hindrance. You don't go out there and read a book and study like you're supposed to. Okay? Nobody owes you anything.
I have to go
Okay.
into the Apollo, so
Can I give both of you ladies a hug?
please do. I'll see you on Wednesday,
adore you
right?
Thanks for talking. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.
Shout out to the WalkAway movement who are out there making things happen.